Anything else?
Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some naughts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken... They must have certainly seen something. We see them especially eyeing all the...
And what do these Mage Inquisitors...
They wear a very...
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the port. Especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Naught's secrets. Good day. I'm looking for two men, Naughts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. He went out and, well, no.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here. We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Naughts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
You know I have the Mother Cardinal's ear.
I do not appreciate these Naughts.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest.
No, but as soon as we have succeeded in making them...
Of course.
The Coin Guard. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but...
These Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative.
That hardly surprised.
He suspects you
Responsible?
through your magic.
I have nothing more. More question?
Thanks. I've got... The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Maybe a license protect.
Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Good day, Desade.
I met...
That
He says
risk
through...
I have...
Thanks. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Maybe a license.
Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative.
Response.
Through your magic.
I have no more questions.
Thanks. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets. But the documents of the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
Maybe an...
Commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet. This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Naughts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice.
Halt! You have no authority to go...
And if I gave you this...
In that case...
Thank you.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us, but you must make haste. They are planning.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Thank you again.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. And we should probably find out more about this secret first. If we don't discover anything reprehensible, we'll have an easier time convincing the Mother Cardinal to intervene. I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed, but I certainly see nothing magic in here. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of naught...
I don't think you realize the importance. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable...
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but
And this story about the Malachor...
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it. But we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in it.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Protect me in the chapel!
A bit of poison on my blade. Then look
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss—
What is this about?
Well, I don't write.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my— According to him, they would all—
That is an
effectively— But these I got wind of a— There was to attack—
Domitius, how—
The Norts are not believers.
Have you gone complete? I want them arrested. I thank you for bringing this business to my— Without you, carry my best—
I will tell him.
Greetings! So,
To New Serene.
let's go.
Desarde, what can I do for...
I've settled the problem in the misguided. The Order thought...
The secret we discovered a few decades... We transported some lords, men and the lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but the magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Only a handful of lords and armed men were... The losses were enormous. They continued to make the occasional expedition.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is.
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation... I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is...
Sworn through? Is your hat out of style? Selection, whatever you need.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were... The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your...
The secrets. They often cut... We discovered this island. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, we transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize. The lords were their actions. The magic of the natives of Tir Fradee was awoken. Only a handful of lords and armed men. The losses were enormous. They continued.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You're the child of a native.
The child of an island?
I understand how, in the end, the congregation... I am sorry. Anything else?
I need to be going. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us. Karantz, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Are your boots? Come closer, good people. The cure in mind.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother. And the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so... Cousin, I don't...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. So afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
Your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one. Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary, definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into...
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off the heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now. We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
We must hurry, before the guard can act. Locked. Lord de Corsillon, the coin guard tried to assassinate my cousin, and is plotting the same actions.
So, they have finally done it. It was only a question of time before...
We should have paid more attention. Follow me.
I'm coming.
To my help! And death to the other!
Locked. I don't have the key.
To my help! Death to the others!
Come on! I'll beat you up to death!
Things are about to get dicey! To my help! And death to the others!
We've Constantine.
Do I even have...
Let's go then.
And cousin?
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Lord Minister, the Coin Guard...
The guard?
We will do everything in our... Come now.
I'll follow you.
To my help! And down to the...
Grenade!
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Keep in mind that Lady Morange is also on the list of people who were supposed to be assassinated.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace.
And you will have to find a way to warn the rest of the governors.
We will meet with the messengers at the northern and eastern gate on our way, so that they can depart for Hikmet and San Mateus immediately.
Thank you for warning us, Kurt. Without you, I dare not imagine what would have happened to our city.
Torsten has no order. I had no choice but to stop him.
Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger.
Don't worry about me. I have friends. Go!
To my help! And death to the other!
Watch out! Grenade!
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you. To my help! And death to the others! Come on, let's see what you're capable of. Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Hello, Your Excellency.
The best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor, hooks, custom pieces made to order!
Messenger, be ready. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that...
It's just that I can't...
What are you talking about? The order...
It's just that I...
Who said that?
I don't really...
And so you are prepared. Don't you understand? Do you know the pun?
My help! And death to the Come on, let's see what you're capable of. Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Ever go near the guard?
Now is not the time. Make preparations to leave. You must tell them her life.
Very well, Yuri.
The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2, they'll be at the tavern. Olga and Werner are in charge of the guards' secondary activities in the basement.
I see. Our priority should still be to stop Torsten. We will worry about the others later.
But what are you doing here? Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
To my help! And death to the others!
Watch out! Grenade!
Move away! Things are ahead!
What are you doing here? Who let you in?
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Left. It is understandable, with all that's been. You are under arrest, as well as your command.
What? I recognize you. And Kurt, you had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone, I decided it would be the less likable of the lot.
Traitor. Soldiers, ready weapons.
To my help! And death to the others!
Watch out! Grenade!
Come on, if you're dead.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I know you've paid your entry fee, but this is a special night. My orders are not to let anyone in.
What if I paid you a supplement?
Very well, you can come in.
I regret, milady, we are closed this evening.
I'm not here to tempt my luck.
That's right. What do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now this ought to be good.
You know very well.
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you, without
Kurt?
The real question is why would they stand up for an egotistical vermin like yourself, who for his personal advancement would condemn the rest of us to an eternity on this isle, cut off from the world, without supplies, and surrounded by few... Come on now, only you and your companions are crazy enough to believe such a...
Sorry, Lieutenant.
To my help!
Soldiers! Ready weapons! We are under attack!
We have been sent by the Governor Constantin d'Orsay. Your lieutenant is accused of high treason for having participated in an attempted coup d'etat. As you can see for yourselves, the attempt failed. Are you also ready to be accused of treason? Because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
The attempt has failed for now. It's up to us to make it otherwise. Ready, weapons!
To my help! And death to...
Stop! The person we were here for...
What did you want with Lieutenant Olga?
To arrest her. She has made some unfortunate decisions. It is...
Very well.
To my help! We've arrived too late.
Do you know where Torsten could have gone?
No. But we'll certainly find some information about it in these papers. Torsten suspected that I would denounce him, and he was prepared to leave this place. We must catch up to him. He cannot get away with this.
Let's go.
Torsten is a snake, but he's clever.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Captain Reuben?
Aye, the man himself.
De Sardet, legate...
What brings you here?
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship.
The Seahorse? But you did the cross. Did you want to know anything else?
That'll be...
Desarde.
I need to be going.
Whatever you need.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
The guard, we're moving out. Break camp. We are no longer welcome here. And so, these snake oil merchants defy us by sending their watchdog. Let's show them what guards are made of! Come here, you pathetic dog!
The game is over for you, Commander.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you would like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. And as for you, my fair cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our thanks to your message. The Mother Cardinal was able to
The Governor Baron thanks you as well. Your message was instrumental in stopping Hikmet and our...
It is my fair cousin that you should thank. I was told that you were able to catch the commander...
Barely, but yes. There you go.
I cannot remember if the traitors are hung before being quartered, or if it... Enough talk of ruffians. They failed. And for that...
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, goal...
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need some...
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has... We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglin...
You have my complete trust. Before you leave, I must...
All right.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. I suffer so hard. Don't blame yourself. I know how. Yet, I'm afraid that before this... if
I know of a healer. With powers that are it is rumored he can alleviate even. His village is west of the city.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. Alas, it is a miracle we are in the...
If I may, your highness, we have the best... It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to... As it would seem Telemea pray for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went.
Thank you, as always, for your advice.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I will hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Quesi! Get out! Who do you think you are to defoil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself, and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desarde. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
I greet you, Donegad. We are so sorry to have interrupted your ritual. But my friend truly needs your advice.
Don't excuse yourself. Are you the daughter of Bladnid? Are you not a Donegad as well?
It is true. But my powers of healing are far less powerful than your own.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malikor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
The symptoms of its victims start with severe headaches and nausea. Their blood becomes effectively darker and more viscous. The veins become visible. In the end, the victim weakens and dies. We have not, as of yet, found a treatment.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave, and must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these mind shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the mind shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenlands started to attack. It is not their way to do as such.
There are many wounded, and recently many have gone missing.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries. Perhaps with the help of Bishop Pet. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more
Our master hunter. Or the family...
Very well.
Do not worry.
Let's go and see this master hunter. He should be able to tell us more about these attacks. Good day.
Beor Tirtu.
The Donegad...
The beasts? Of late, it may be.
What can you tell me about the Tenland?
They are normally very peaceful creatures. During the attacks...
What do you mean?
That the other...
Were there many victims?
Many wounded, but the attack... I tried, and now...
Can you tell me?
A young fisherman and a gatherer.
I will go and see. I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenland.
You must destroy their nests. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the 2 others. Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again. We see them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful. The night belongs to the Tenlands. That is when they...
I thank you for your advice. Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally passive...
Yes. Yes.
What do you know?
I do not speak of things that are Naikse, like you.
What do you know about the missionary?
The Mind Shakers. They speak of light, of demons, and the soul. All that they want is for us to join. They want to make us Renaigse. Their words do not touch those old enough to understand. They follow them to their Eden village. And they become...
Have you tried to fight them?
No. But some have fought. Because they treat the young girls badly. I think if not for the attacks, no one would have turned to them and their light. But hope fled our village. And the weak of courage.
It sounds as if the attacks began at a timely moment for the missionaries. Is there anything that we might be able to do?
Besides destroying their nest, do you know the art of crafting weapons?
I can try to repair.
Here, in the...
I must be going. Katazak advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the Tenlands have built their nests. Here is your weapon. It is just like new.
Thank you. It belonged to my master. It may be that you are more on Ormanawi than Renaigse. During my walks, I saw a great Tenlan of clear skin. I felt that he called them.
Why didn't you try to kill him?
He is very strong. And the others protect him. I placed traps all around it.
You say he doesn't have his place here.
That he was brought here. To attract the others. But I cannot prove this. That is why...
I must be going. Good day. My name is Desardet from the...
Yes, my little brother. He left to go fishing.
Your Donegad asked me to help you. And...
This is true? I hope your words do.
Can you describe your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall, and he is such a nice boy. But he is wild.
Can you tell me more precisely when he disappeared? Where?
It was 2 days past. I saw him leave to go fishing, as he was often to do.
And you cannot remember anything out of the ordinary?
No, he was full of...
Did your brother have any enemies?
No, I can't think of anyone who would plan. He didn't get along particularly well with the Master Hunter, perhaps the missionaries. He did get into a fight with them.
That could be a lead.
He has been dreamy and more joyful than you, but he no longer wants to share. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother, and the birds.
What do you think most likely happened to
He could have come face to face with Tenlands, but he knew how to avoid them. He got into a fight with them a while back.
You think the missionaries might have sought vengeance?
I don't know, but he...
I will go and see. What can you tell us about the
They are beasts that live in all our memories, only if you approach their...
Yes. Katazak told me they attacked the villages.
I know where to find one. My brother should not have...
Could you tell me about the missionaries?
The Mind Shakers. They came here to take us to a marvelous village. They said it was a perfect place, where all is shining in light, and where there is no danger.
Their words seem to have been...
A place full of peace is a dream. Now, their stories of light are difficult to it, but my brother fought with them. They gave trouble to a young... He told me that these Mind Shakers were liars. That they were... I don't really know what to think. If they took them, could you tell them to give them back? There is no...
The story about the fight compels me to at least go and ask them some questions. I must be leaving. Good day. I have been sent here by your Donegad. He asked me to help you.
I hope he is right, and that you are not like the Mind Shakers. My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I am here. To attempt to find her, or to understand.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Your sister, what does she look like?
She is a very beautiful young woman. Kind and sweet. I miss her so very much.
Is she very careful? Does she know she...
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late. And the stars make...
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going, but she never returned.
Do you know where she usually goes?
Certainly.
Is there anyone in the village that...
No. No, ever.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The Mind...
What do you think likely?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands.
You think it might have been...
I hope. Even if they were pestering her the other day, they behaved with...
But do you think that they might have captured her outside of the village? Your sister, by chance, was she fond of a young...
They have known each other since they were little. Like all the children...
Only friends?
Yes. He defended her when the...
I couldn't care less about her reputation. An engagement can be broken.
I have told you all I know.
Very well. Tell me about the Tenlands. About...
Before, But now they are everywhere and they attack. They've even been known to...
Do you know how to fight them?
No.
Well, I will go and investigate.
It is possible.
Could you tell me anything about the missionaries? What do you mean?
They came to our beautiful village. Many heard their words and left. We never saw them again. I believe that they take the young to serve them. They wanted to take my sister like that. As if she were a tool.
The one who is also missing?
Yes. He was very...
I'm going to have to go and... I must leave now. We are near water. In the place the fisherman's brother mentioned. A nest must be close to here. Storm. The ideal moment. I must close the door before the storm Good day. I am the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle.
Of course. Our allies from the continent are...
Have you heard about the Tenlin attacks?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use.
You haven't been victim.
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were...
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light. And guide we have in this...
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlins is... Whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known.
These are familiar beasts. But hasn't anyone informed you that these creatures have sending them against these poor... There is only...
The Donegad...
And you expect us to obey... To leave? No, my child. We will not leave.
The Donegad wishes your departure. You disturb the tranquil...
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood? To leave? No.
I must go. We are going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave. Perhaps searching through their belongings will give us something we can use to put pressure on them. One more thing.
Yes?
I must go. One more thing.
Yes?
I must go. can these so-called religious men dare to abuse these young people? I thought that the word of the Enlightened was very clear on this subject. One more thing.
Yes?
I found a document in your belongings. The contents is quite enlightening. Your missionaries have forgotten the divine teachings. Are not all forms of abuse against your religious commitment?
A few missionaries did stray from the path. This is true. But our mission is too vital to let their zealous natures dissuade us. You should have never read that.
Woman of faith.
Stop! We lay down our weapons.
Well,
we shall not forget the manner in which you have treated us. But... Here comes our pay, boys!
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our two lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left their takings. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail. But Cavern seems to be home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great Tenlin the hunter spoke of. Older than the others. Judging from his clothing, he was a missionary. The two others are more recent. A man and a woman. No doubt our missing couple. I can't believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
Now you understand why some of us fight against the Renaigse. Their words are always sweet, but all they bring is death.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed. The hunter told me that I would find a nest in this area. The hunter mentioned that their dominant only went out at dawn. I would be better to come back later. It is dawn. The ideal moment. I must go to the village before this dawn
Well, on Manawi, have you found...
I found him, but...
Undivorced, dearie. He knew every stone on our...
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They must have forgotten the hour. I found both of them.
How terrible. I must recover his body. To give it up...
With the body of the girl he loved. In a cavern, but it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlands might still...
I have a duty owed to my little brother.
I must be leaving. Given the presence of Tenlands in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here. Is destroyed. The Master Hunter will no doubt be relieved to hear it.
Do you have any news?
Yes.
Oh no. Nah.
I found her body in the lair.
But how could she have been surprised by the beast?
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time... I am so sorry. We found...
I must bring her body back.
You should not go alone. I killed as...
I shall follow your counsel on Manawi.
I must leave now. The nests are destroyed. And with the death of the White Tenlan, the attacks should cease. We were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Kadazak should be willing to follow us now. Let us go and find him.
See from your face.
Indeed. I put the White Tenlan down, who was enraged. The attacks should no longer be troubling you. I also encouraged the missionaries to leave.
I regret that violence was necessary to make them go.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. Alas, too late.
Undivorced tear end.
Will you accompany me now?
I have packed what is needed.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze, consumed by a smouldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You flutter in just when you're needed, cousin. As always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katasak, Constantin. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Urnaxe, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
I'm looking to meet Enon Milfrictiman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a Mal to be heard.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan, those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier. Take my seal and go and meet Glendan. But you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials.
Thank you, Katasak.
I do not wish to lose the one who placed his life in my hands. And you have already shown me...
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin.
Have no fear. I'll do whatever it takes. I must go.
Wa awal.
You have returned. The rule is still the same, you know.
Here is the seal of Donegad Katasach, of the village of Wenxavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. Enter.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Desardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin and many other people on our island suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that Enon Milfrictiman can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And I suppose this cavern is guarded?
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelam seg.
Karantz, I need to talk to you.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the...
Yes.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the Lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
I cannot go there now, but we will talk about it again.
Anything else?
I must pass the trial of water. Do you know anything about it?
I have heard it talked about. It is a trial that all must pass if they wish to become the High King. One says that the trial reveals the true personality of those who pass it. My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Anything else?
I must leave you.
You
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted.
I was asked to pass the trial of war.
I have never passed it. Only those it is a trial.
Do you have any advice?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many. One way is through strength, but I know no more than this. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Good luck.
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little. I know.
Come
if you
and...
Look, these beasts are feeding on that carcass. If only we could pour some sleeping potion on it.
I don't have a sleeping potion on me.
Watch out, Anadai!
Look at the basin, and the symbols around it. Given the islanders' taste for rituals and enigmas, I think you should touch the water.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree.
Tell us. Visions like this.
I was in the sky. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was then, just like before, the vision
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky. This stone bears the image of a storm. Or perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible. The drawing on this stone makes me think this drawing looks like an infant. Could it... Here. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it is supposed to evoke death.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again. I need a bit of practice. This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tir Fredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Mir Frichtemann.
Ber tir to mad on Olmana.
And so you have returned. Can you tell?
A face in the mountain.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the path. In choosing the path of silence, finally, you have completed the ritual. And you choose to trust the way of ruse and wisdom. It is the island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion.
Am I authorized to encounter Einon Mir Frichtemann now?
If the High King agrees, yes. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince him as well. Where can I find him?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be on...
Is he hiding? Has he...
He disappeared several months ago. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important. There was Dedra.
My mother, alas.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Yora.
And divorced Tirce.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors.
I have already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamr. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse.
He is the chief of the Earth Healers.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find...
Kwa awalam sek.